Hi Sages, welcome to your July 2019 monthly readings. Hopefully everybody is doing well and had a great month. Um, so these readings are going to be done a little bit differently. We're going to use angel cards, just substitute the word angel, heaven, divine, whatever, for whatever you believe in, universe, God, spirit, life. You know, we all have different beliefs. No judgment here. Okay, so it'll kind of be like the No Show and Grow, but there is an Aquarius who kind of wanted different readings. So, you know, I'm always open to people's opinions and, you know, what they like. So uh, I know everybody can't really handle the No Show and Grow. It's not comfortable to reflect on themselves. Sages, I know you're bosses, so I know you have no issue with that. Uh, so the first card you got is Ace of Abundance. Okay. It says the chair brings wonderful news. A windfall of resources come your way to help you with your plans. These resources may involve money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's a good time to start a new venture, change careers, or go into business for yourself. There may be important contracts to sign. Okay, and I think last month you had these changes. Yours was, it's all cryptic. You had changes that you had to make. The thing with Sages is Sages are really, I got hat hair, you guys. Sages are really, how can I say? They master something and they move on. So they're not really ones to, once they've learned something, they move on. So usually in jobs, like once they've, um, you know, they start from the bottom and they move their way up in the job, and once they've reached the pinnacle point, they just peace out. And everybody looks at them like, what, you know, like that's foolish. You're gonna start over again. You're gonna start for something new. And Sag will be like, yeah, it's time for a change, right? So in some manner, you're being pushed to make some sort of change. Like you've gained all the knowledge in some area. For all of you guys, it's different. Maybe it's the area you live. Maybe it's time to switch it up. For some of you, it is your job. Maybe it's your education. You know, like a lot of Sages go to school for a specific thing and they master it and they end up being in a career that has nothing to do with that. Okay? Because they're knowledge seekers. Okay? I'm oddly getting, and I think I got this before for you guys, okay? And it sounds weird, and it is probably going to be weird. But Sagittarius, okay, how can I put it? Because what I'm seeing is a sniper with a like, like the, you know, the lens that they look through, like they have a distant, um, they can see, they're scoping out. Well, Sag is the archer, right? So you got an arrow, right? So you're trying to get something from a distance. Like you got your target and it's locked. I don't know what this means. Okay? For some of you, this could be like, there's a problem, okay? Uh, it could be a person and you have your target locked on this person. I'm not sure why this is coming up. However, you have this card in, like, I'll show it to you later. It says the spiritual teacher. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing a sniper, like, with locked onto this target. Don't shoot. It's metaphorically speaking. Don't, like, you're being asked here to find a different solution for that problem. All right. For others of you, it could be like somebody thinks they're getting away with something, and because you're the archer, right? Like they think they have a head start on you, and it's kind of like you're being kind and generous by, like, you're telling them, okay, you're giving them a head start, but you're an archer, so you got like, you're kind of like Scorpio. Scorpio sneaks up, you never see him coming, and they sting you, right? And then you're paralyzed. With Sag, you don't see him coming because they're at a distance. You can't see them. So you've given somebody a head start and you're going to get them. I don't know. This isn't like a love thing. This is like more like coming up as, I don't want to say enemy. Um, Maybe it's that person that, like last month, it was like you need to forgive a person. I don't know if it's like an eye for an eye type thing. but you're giving them a head start somehow. Like you got them up, like you have tunnel vision. That could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. I'm not going to tell you which one it is because I don't know. That's for you to figure out, all right? The next card you got is the Three of Action. And that's adorable, you guys. It says things are working out beautifully. Now that your ship has come in, so somebody could have you, I think you're an opponent to somebody, Sag. And what do I mean by this? I mean, I think you're a threat to somebody because your existence or you being there or is getting in their way somehow. They can't move up until like you're gone or something. I don't know. So maybe it's at work, right? So maybe it's like just be careful is all I'm getting with that, okay? And later I'll explain it with the card. It says things are working out beautifully now that your ship has come in. It's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your success or move on to something entirely different. Be willing to travel if necessary. So some of you, it could be maybe you've outgrown the area you live in and you need to expand now. Others of you, it could be like maybe you've mastered what you're doing as in a business. Maybe you're an accountant or you could be a real estate agent or a baker. What else? Maybe you're a mechanic. Okay, maybe you've mastered those things. But now it's saying like that you can still build on that, but you need to change somehow. So it's like instead of working for somebody else, you need to start working for yourself. So maybe you open up your own real estate company. Maybe you open up your own auto body shop. Okay, so you're a master of working for others. Now you need to master your own business in that category. So it's not saying necessarily to drop what you're doing. It's saying expand on it. Okay, so now it's time to be the teacher because that's your next card, right? So what you need to show is that you're taking actions, right? Like you're willing to expand, okay? Because your ship's already come in. So like the card said, you may choose to continue to build upon your success, so like doing what you're doing now, or you may move on to something entirely different, okay? And that could be, again, moving, business, in many areas of your life, your creative projects. And the next card you got is the spiritual teacher. He kind of reminds me of Santa Claus. Okay, so that's like the hermit card. It says there are great rewards in spending time alone. Use those moments of solitude to focus on love and ways in which you might give to those around you. Shine your light as an example for others to follow. Seek out a spiritual mentor if you're of your own if your life feels unfulfilled right now. So what I get with that is that you're gonna have to walk the walk if you're gonna talk the talk, Sag. So this is like you might have to how can I put it? Lead by example. So that's by doing, not saying. Okay, you can say all you want, but it's your actions that are gonna back it up. So if you're telling people like don't get involved in that, well then you have to show don't get involved in that because you're gonna teach other people, right? It's also like if somebody, that whole eye for an eye thing, if you got to kill them with kindness, you guys, all right? So that means you don't stoop to their level, okay? Because in order for you to be a teacher, you have to be a student. So remember that you always have to continue growing and learning. And as a Sag, you understand that that's part of expansion, right? So there's in some manner you're expanding here, but you're helping others at the same time. Okay, and you had an extra card that came out. It did come out reversed. Healer of Emotion. It says this is a time to follow your heart and feel the fulfillment of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with the incredible insight. You or another person is a kind, tender-hearted, loving, and trustworthy friend. So because it was reversed, I'm going to say that you guys aren't, that the part where it says you may feel compelled to nurture others, that you forget to care for yourself. So you're giving a lot to others. You can see that with this guy's basket right there. He's got a lot of gifts and stuff in there, so he's giving to other people, right? Those are things for other people. They're not for him. They're toys, right? Like adults can play with toys too, though, you guys. All right. I think Joe Coy says that best when, if you haven't seen his stand-up comedy, you might want to watch that. When he talks about like buying toys for his son, but it's really for him. Or so maybe if you have nieces and nephews, get near them to play. But I am going to say that you may be giving a lot to others, and you need to give it to yourself in return. Okay, so that means like doing things for yourself that fulfill you. It could be like, you like the people that you work with, but now it's time for you to move on and start a new chapter in your life. So you have the Death card, it's transformation. So we all know with the Death card, like, I don't think I need to explain that because it's an ending, right? So in the cards that you've been given, it's saying that there's something new needs to happen. Some sort of new change needs to happen. New movement. It's definitely action oriented. So whether that's going back to school, plan it out though, right? With the spiritual teacher, that's also like going to talk to people. So that's going to the universities and the college on those days where you can come in, you can walk through the classrooms, you book meetings with the, I don't think it's the counselors, but the people in the school. There's a department where you can go in and you can talk to them about what are your options, but then not limiting yourself to just that one school, going to multiple schools, also going to the government. There's programs that the government has to offer. See your options first and then make your decisive decision for what best suits you, right? Because the government might give you grants or loans for your own startup. Like if you're developing your own business and in some manner you're trying to give back to the community, there's a teacher here, develop some sort of student program or something like that. The government will sponsor you. Okay, you have the Two of Pentacles, it's changes, okay? I think that card is just basically saying the same thing as the Three of Action was. Like, you can choose to continue on the path you're on now, or you can build upon your success and move on to something entirely different. The choice is yours, okay? The Two of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn. That's a hard placement, you guys. You got the planet of good luck and fortune and expansion sitting in Capricorn, which is the planet of restriction, right? And it's not restriction as a bad thing. It's restriction as building a firm foundation. With Saturn, it's by the books, by the rules. It's slow, okay? Like, so your expansion, your growth is not going to just happen overnight. These changes that you want to make in your life, it's not going to just happen overnight. It could be implying that, like if you want to move, it's, again, you're going to have to research all the different areas, the opportunities in those areas. What is it that you want? Okay. And then what is it that you need? Okay. And your wants and needs are different. Okay. Needs are necessities and wants are just, things that you can go without. They're not necessary, right? Like, but whatever direction you choose is going to be a slow progress. There's no shortcuts because it is Saturn. It is Jupiter in Capricorn. So there's no shortcuts. It's it'll be like 2 steps forward and 1 step back because there's something that you missed. And because it has to do with Capricorn and Jupiter, it's going to pull you back because the thing that you missed, you need to get the proper information to build that firm foundation that's unbreakable, which is Saturn, Capricorn, right? That's unbreakable, right? Where once it's built, it can't be taken away from you. It's going to be built in a firm foundation. Okay, but it's choices, decisions, and it's slow. It's research, development, that type of thing. And it's hard work and dedication. Okay, hard work and dedication. Whatever is going to happen or go on, whatever changes you're going to make, it's not, there's going to be lessons in it. It's not going to be easy, right? It's for your own well-being, though. All right, it's positive in the end. That's all you need to know. It's positive in the end. All right. Okay, and then you have the Six of Wands that just came out, and it says victory. Okay, and look, if you see, there's blood coming out of the hand, right? So it's like blood, sweat, and tears with this card. Okay, blood, sweat, and tears are going to go into it. Okay, so there's going to be happy tears, and then there's going to be sad tears. There's going to be moments where you're like, I can't do this no more, and then there's going to be moments where you're like, this is fantastic. Okay, so you're basically, it's like a roller coaster. All right, it's going to be terrifying, but it's going to be exciting and great. What is it referring to? No idea, you guys. I'm not going to lie. But in the end, you're going to be victorious, all right? It might hurt. So if you're letting go of something, it might hurt. Or it might be scary to make the necessary changes. It's going to be worth it in the end. But what you're definitely getting in here is it's saying that it's you. It comes down to you. It's not going to happen by anybody else. You're not going to be rescued. You're going to have to rescue yourself. There will be people, though, that can help you, though, in some manner. All right, so I'm going to pull an animal card. These readings are shorter. Thank goodness. Because I'd like to get them all done. Today is the 26th of June. All right, you had a few that popped out. I'm only going to take the 2 that flipped over, though. Okay. And you have the hyena and the crocodile. That's the crocodile. Okay, and as soon as I seen the crocodile, that reminds me of Captain Hook. Okay, Sagittarius. So with that, and Sagittarius can suffer from Peter Pan syndrome. You might want to look that up. So this would be saying that you gotta get through that Peter Pan syndrome. And then for others of you, because that's not going to apply to all of you, with the crocodile, it's like time's a ticking, right? Like you have one life to live, Sagittarius. Okay, like you're not going to get a redo. So go after what it is that you want, okay? But time's a ticking. Because the crocodile and Captain Hook, he has the clock like stuck in him, and you know, metaphorically speaking, that's like a time like death, right? Like that, it's symbolizing, you know, because that crocodile has the clock. It's symbolizing that at some point everybody's time is up, right? Like, so that could be like, I have no idea why I'm saying that again, you guys. It comes out. Right? So that can imply like it's time to change, time's ticking, like you know, you can miss out on opportunities because you're not making the decisions or the necessary changes. It can also mean that you know, there are things in life that you need to plan for, because we all have a limited clock and none of us know when it is, right? So it could be talking about wills and things like that, planning out that aspect of your life. If you got children, then, you know, planning out who's going to get custody of them and stuff like that. On the crocodile, it says patience, waiting, plotting, indestructibility, ambush, lies. unearth what you hide from yourself. Well, that's pretty intense there. And then the hyena says anarchy, uh, craziness, non-reflective, doing, action, not thinking, taking what one wants. Okay, so I think that goes back to the beginning. I was getting this weird thing about you, like this sniper, like this focus thing. They just see you as competition, and it's just a matter of time before they shoot themselves in the foot. So don't be concerned about that, all right? Like, kill them with kindness is what's coming through, because they're going to be so preoccupied with trying to trip you up that they're going to trip themselves up, right? Because they're going to get annoyed that they can't do that to you, so they're going to get more aggressive in their techniques, which are going to. So if their techniques are hidden and only you see it, when they start to become more aggressive because you're not stooping to their level, it's going to be noticeable to other people. So they're going to start making mistakes that are visible to others, right? And then you can say, "I told you so." All right, you guys. The crocodile says, the crocodile is not afraid to know himself. He is a keen stalker of the self. He sees through the shallow levels into the deep, and when he finds a weakness or lie, he is cold and cutting. That's very fitting for Sag, right? Because Sages are quite blunt, where we do have our savage moments, you guys. I experienced one of those last month. Because he is sincere and respectful of himself, he has no reason to protect his weaknesses. Very much Sag. The crocodile teaches us how to ambush ourselves. He doesn't mess around with the superficial or spends time pampering the ego. If there is something you have, page flip, been lying to yourself about or defending a useless part of yourself for the sake of your ego, now is the time to deal with it before the crocodile does. All right. Again, in Captain Hook, the crocodile, everybody has a time, right? So time is of the essence for you guys. And then let's find here we go. It says the hyena is the wild card, carrying both canine and feline traits. He is after his own kicks. He is both a hunter and a scavenger, and is happy with what he can get his teeth on. He knows how to stand for himself and doesn't care what others, page flip, may think. If at times he has to run off with his tail between his legs, well, that's just part of the world turning for the hyena. You can't please everyone. Know when to laugh at your mistakes. Okay, I think you had something similar to that last month, guys. And then we'll pull one affirmation card. You can do the homework with that card yourselves. So that will be just reflect on the card. What does it mean to you? Okay, what the card says? What does that mean to you? What does it imply to you? Oh, damn it. You got 3. Okay, it says I am entrepreneurial. All right, so that goes again in the beginning of it, where it was like, okay, maybe you're a mechanic, but now it's time to start your own auto body shop. Maybe you're a carpenter. Maybe it's time to start your own carpenter shop. All right, build your own things and your own little storefront. Maybe you're a real estate agent, and now it's time for you to open up your own real estate business. Maybe you're an artist, and now it's time to sell your artwork. Okay. Then it says, I am happy and I am positive. Okay. Kill them with kindness. That's what I'm getting. And don't let others bring you down. All right. There's a song. Oh man, I can just hear the rhythm and the beat of it. And it's funny because it's like when I look at this card, I can see it. It's a very Scorpio. At least a video of it. I'll write it down in the description. You can look it up yourself, you guys. I'm not associated with it in any way, but it's playing in my head right now, and I don't know the title or the artist. So I'll put that down for you guys. Again, things you might want to say to yourself or reflect on is I'm an entrepreneur. I am happy. What does happiness mean to you? What makes you happy? and then I am positive. Okay. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Namaste. I will talk to you next month, and ciao for now.